Yes guys, what is up? Hope everybody is keeping well and welcome back to the channel. Game week 34, 5 game weeks to go, and as you can see from the screen here, I think we might have to activate our free hit this week. As I said there in the chat, I'm coming to you from coming to you live from a very sunny Galway. I got this retro United jumper from Lifestyle Sports. Fair play to Lifestyles first off. I ordered it at 7:30 in store yesterday. It arrived at 9 AM this morning. Said I'd wear it for the stream, but I am feeling the heat already. So yeah, it could be a sweaty 2 hours or so until the deadline. Locking in a free hit as well, and because I'm wearing this jumper. But anyway, right, who have we got in the chat there? Saw Doctor, hope you're keeping well, man. Do let us know where you're watching from in the world. Get the likes going on stream as always. And we managed to hit 9k subs last week, which was class. We're on the road to 10k subs now. That's the big one. So if you are watching this and you haven't clicked subscribe, head on down there, click subscribe on the channel. And let's see if we can get a bit closer to it before the end of the season. We're going well. The channel is going well this season. And yeah, 10k would be great. Right, Roy Keane wore the same one on the overlap. Yeah, I saw it. I saw it on that then as well. I had to cop it. So yeah, no, it's even nicer in person. So it's well worth the 80 quid. Saw Doctor, how are you, mate? We're coming live from you're watching from a sunny RSC in Waterford. What is RSC? Oh, sorry, are you going to the game tonight? Maybe that's it. Good stuff. Hope you're keeping well, man, and safe travelling to and from the ground tonight then as well. But we're going to get straight into it, how we got on last week, because what a game week it was for the team. 134 points on the bench boost. Can we fit all the bench boosts on screen there? I'll scroll down a wee bit after anyway. But yeah, what a week it was for the team. Many players returning there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 players out of the 15 players score return. I'm laughing at the double Chelsea. Of course the double Chelsea blanked over the double game week. Maybe Semenyo then as well doesn't really count with 5 points, but we'll take that anyway. But yeah, Palmer probably could have got something against Man United. João Pedro left out of the squad completely in the 2 games. At least he will be back for 36 or 35, so won't have to make a transfer there. It's more whether or not Palmer is going to be fit, as he did have a hamstring injury for the Brighton game. So let's see if he does play at all in the FA Cup fixture, or what's the story with that. The Chelsea squad is an absolute mess anyway at the moment, so I don't think I want Chelsea lads for the rest of the season. João Pedro is going to be in there for 35. I'm probably eyeing up a transfer back in of Gabriel coming into 35 also. I will want him for the last couple of games. I do think Arsenal will get a couple of clean sheets with the title on the line also. And with Palmer, maybe that could lead me towards getting a Mo Salah into the team also. On Gabriel as well, I took out Gabriel for Senesi on the deadline stream there. I thought Senesi got 8, he got 6 points there. At least it's a +6 after getting rid of Gabriel for Senesi, but it will cost me a transfer to get Gabriel back into the team. Could have been another 5 points from Senesi. He got an assist in the last kick of the game. Evan Nielsen was just marginally offside. He would have got 2 bonus points then as well. So that would have been a monster return in that Leeds fixture. Sure, look, we can't complain. Gabriel should have been sent off. It could have been a 11 and 3. Could have been a 14-point swing from doing the Gabriel transfer if Gabriel got sent off. 13, 14 points. So it was the right outcome. It was the right decision. Still the right outcome. I'm happy enough with that. Saw Dr. Roy. Yeah, sorry. Mandy P. Gill. Hey mate, which duo would you pick? Which duo would you pick on a free hit? Gakpo and Xavi or Wilson and Rodgers? Also thoughts on Isaac. If you are going for Watkins already, I'd ignore Rodgers. Out of those, Gakpo and Xavi are already on my free hit draft. I don't know whether or not I'm going to end up on Gakpo. I'm happy enough to have Simmons, I think, as well. I'm happy enough to have a couple of differentials. Could be going for triple Spurs yet, as mad as that sounds. I could be eyeing up the triple Spurs. I'm tempted by double. Definitely will have one Spurs with that Wolves fixture. It's whether or not I end up on 2 or 3 Wolves players, or sorry, Spurs players. They have to win the game, they have to score goals. Yeah, that's why. And then we're on a free hit. Why not take the risk? Right, we're going to start into our free hit team anyhow. Keep the questions coming, as I said. Keep the likes coming on stream. Let's try and get this pushed out to a few more people around the world. Right, is that all lined up on stream there then as well? Scroll down a small bit more, Niall. Good man, and let us see all that there. Grand, one more small bit down. I wonder if I zoom in there, is that going to be any better? Right, sound. So free hit is going to be active, as I said there. Only one player in the team this week. 14 players who are blank, and Bruno Fernandes only player playing this week. João Pedro and Palmer can get first out of my team. Get out, lads. We don't want you at all now. Right, let's sort this anyway. So I was talking about the foundations of a free hit during the week. I definitely want Mo Salah, Gabriel, double Arsenal defence, Gabriel and Raya. There's definitely a template brewing, as I said too, but I think I'm going to go slightly away from the template, and it's basically 4 attackers and who I end up on the 4 attackers there, right? So let's leave Bruno Fernandes into the team. If you are looking for a captaincy pick outside Bruno Fernandes, Mo Salah. Mo Salah's your man there. He could easily haul on his last game, or potentially last game, in my FPL team ever, if I can't get him back for gameweek 38. But yeah, that's how we're looking right now. Bruno Fernandes is of course in there. Let's get back to the few questions first, and we will get back to it then. Hani Omar, play cash or buy Eze, Gibbs, White, Xavi for a -4. Just play cash. That I think Villa do win that game. It's whether or not Fulham score. The goals have slightly dried up for Fulham. I was looking at Harry Wilson. If I wanted to play it safe, Harry Wilson could be a shout there. I think I want to go differential then as well. So yeah, I'd just play a cash in that team. What does that say? W or Mbeumo? Morgan Gibbs White or Mbeumo? William, first off, William, good man, great to see you as always, man. Morgan Gibbs White or Mbeumo? I do think as far as score tonight, Gibbs White is their man. Why not have him? So Mbeumo, Cunha looks to be a doubt. That probably means Mbeumo's going to start. It's whether or not we're going to get a couple of goals against Brentford. Bruno's a safe pick, as I said, at my rank. Maybe Gibbs White there. Triple West Ham, here we go. Thomas Otto, nothing wrong with that. If you want to go triple West Ham, nothing wrong with that. I'm looking at least one. I think Jared Bowen, but Moisey will want to win against his old team. But yeah, they are still fighting for it. All right, the first guy in FPL MFZ. Right, first guy in Bruno Fernandes. I think you're saying, yeah, the first guy is in the team. Would you be tempted to leave Salah out and use the money for Bowen, Thiago and Watkins? I'm happy enough to go away from Thiago this week. It might be a mistake with his ownership. I do think United keep them semi out anyway. I'm not really sacked. If you think about sacked, there's 2 words: sack and Ed. Ed is sacked. My name is Liam. There you go, an absolute cracker of an update there. But would I be tempted to leave Salah out? No, I'd be tempted to even captain Salah this week. It's just the 25k rank that I'm at. I think I just have to play it safe and then hope the triple captaincy can get me that one step closer to the top 10k. I am 25 points off the top 10k. I'm expecting to gain 7, 8, 9, maybe even 10 points if I'm looking on the free hit this week. If Haaland gets a 15 pointer, even Semenyo gets a 15 pointer, it's going to come down to the last day of the season whether or not I get a top 10k finish this year. But we are on the right route to it anyway, so just have to play it safe and not do too many outrageous things before the rest of the season. That being said, I will have to take a few punts, and that's why we're looking at them on the free hit this week. Alex Watt 6256, hello mate. I've had Solanke, Watkins and Bowen in my team all week, but I've just switched Solanke for Thiago as I just cannot back a Spurs player at the minute. I do think he will be on penalties. It's whether or not Richarlison is gonna start then as well. I'm happy enough to have Poro in the team. Right, let's get building a few bits here before we go. Right, so Bruno Fernandes is of course there. I'm going to ignore the forwards for now. Looking at the midfielders, where's Mo Salah there? It's a side he's not even in the top 10, top 15, top 20. Where is he there? Yeah, down well below there. Right, Mo Salah is in the team for sure. Back to the defence then. Let's sort out the defence first. Raya, all good. Gabriel is in the team. Virgil is surely in the team then too, and we're looking at a Pedro Porro. I was looking at Mavropanos. I think Pedro Porro is worth a shout over him then as well. So there's 2, 4, 6 players I think that are locked. I'm happy enough with the defence. Just have to fill in the blanks then with the rest of the midfielders and strikers. So let's get back to the questions here. What are we saying? Reckon Gakpo starts era. I had him in my reel. I had him in my YouTube video earlier on the week. I do think he will start. It's just whether or not he might play Rio then as well. If Rio's probably going to affect his minutes. I think Salah gets 90 in that game. Every home game left for Salah, I think he plays 90 minutes just because what's going to happen with him at the end of the season. Gakpo, if he starts, he's going to get 60, 70 minutes. Is Szoboszlai a safer pick than Gakpo? Probably. I don't know if you saw the videos of Szoboszlai in training during the week. He banged in 7 hit free kicks from the edge of the box. So if he gets one on the edge of the box, you wouldn't say no to him scoring one of those. So maybe I might go keep it safe on Sabasai instead of Gakpo. Slot those like Gakpo, but is this a game where Rio could play? Maybe. Brobby a good differential. I think there's better striker options than Brobby up front this week. You're looking at Bowen, you're looking at Watkins, you're looking at who else? Even Thiago is probably better than Brobby, to be honest with you. Solanke, I think it's Bowen, Solanke, Watkins. There's another striker I'm definitely missing then as well. But out of those, then they're definitely better than Brobby there. Saw Doctor, I could see Richarlison grabbing the ball off Solanke for penalties. The two of them start last week in the one goal. Let's see how they lined up last week. I think Richarlison was short on the bench, yeah. But they do need goals in this game, so I do expect the two of them to start. Let's have a quick look at how their lineup was last week. Xavi Simons had a bit of cramp last week. Surely he gets 90 again with them needing a couple of goals as well too. Right, their lineup last week was Solanke, Simons, Koulibaly. Did Richarlison even come on? No, he didn't. Interestingly enough, there. Will Maddison play? Simmons surely plays any after his goal and assist. So it's Porro, Danso, Van de Ven, Udogi, Gallagher, Bentancur, Basuma, Moani, Solanke, Simmons. It was a sight that Solanke didn't get anything. I do think Solanke still starts. I could see Richarlison grab the ball off Solanke for penalties. If he's not on the pitch, at least he can't do it. Do I go Solanke? Let's see. I'll have to have a think about that. Right. Michael, no bother. Sent you 2 free hit teams. I'll get back to you there in a sec. Do you know what? Let's get straight into it on the Discord. Right, what I'm doing at this, if you haven't liked the stream, please head on down there, give the stream a like. And if you are watching this and you haven't clicked subscribe, we've had a few new subscribers since we started the stream. That's great to see, as always. Appreciate your support this season. That is class. Right, William first, messing around here. Kern with free hit. Kinski in goals is interesting. Nearly bit my tongue as I said that, but we got away with it. Virgil, Alderete, Pedro Porro, Bruno, Sabasai, Xavi, Salah, Watkins, Bowen, Thiago, Rogers, Heaven, Mukalele, Roofs on the bench. I think Mukalele probably has to make my free hit team on the bench, if anyway. I was looking at a Mukalele jersey during the week as well, 90 quid for Mukalele jersey, so I think I might wait until close to the end of the season, but I think I'm going to have to make that purchase after how good he's been to me this season. So double Spurs defence first off here, William. Xavi is fine. Triple Liverpool then as well. Interestingly enough, you don't have double Arsenal now. I think you have to have double Arsenal just to combat to ensure yourself against teams who aren't free hitting. And with the fact Gordon is out for Newcastle, I probably would go the double Arsenal defence there then as well. Maybe Kinski and Alderete out for the double Arsenal defence. Maybe go with that, and you're good to go. Bruno Fernandes captain, all good there. Szoboszlai over Gakpo, I understand that. Thiago, could you go an extra midfielder over Thiago? I understand why you have Thiago then as well with his ownership, but depends where you are. I know you're having a very good season, William, then as well. If you want to protect your rank, maybe you go Thiago then as well. I'm happy enough to maybe go against him. We'll see if I do go what I'm saying there. Michael, anyway, right. Raya, Gabriel, Virgil, Mavropanos. I'm looking at Mavropanos as well as a shout. Dowman for a bit of funds there, 4.2 million, fair enough. Salah, Bruno, Wilson, Gakpo, Solanke, Watkins, Bowen, 3-4-3. Salah and Gakpo is what I'm currently going for then as well. Nothing wrong with that team at all. Second one here, then you've Verbruggen. Alright, that's a screenshot from last week. That's all good. Nothing wrong with that. 3-4-3. I think I'd prefer an extra midfielder over a forward. That's just the way I prefer playing anyway. There's probably better punts in midfield this week than the forward options, but apart from that, your team is okay there. Alex Kelly, well lad, would you take out Semenyo, no free hit, and need to put out 11 playing players and then bring in Shirky after blank game weeks? Semenyo wasn't at the races over the double game week at all. Shirky obviously scored against Arsenal, could have had a goal against Burnley, an absolutely fantastic save from Dubravka. Would have been a Semenyo assist anyway. Would you take Semenyo out? I'm eyeing him up as a potential triple captaincy in 36 Semenyo. If you need the funds, there's nothing wrong taking him out for Shirky. Shirky is obviously the player in form for City, so I don't think he's going to get dropped anyway. Let's see how they get on in the cup, but depends who you're bringing in for Semenyo. If you can afford a Salah move, obviously go for Salah. You probably can't in the one move, so let me know who you're going to go for Semenyo, Alex. But nothing wrong getting Shirky back in for the rest of the season if you need the money. If you're going to spread the money elsewhere, that is. Riddy Wan. would you take out Gordon for -4 to field a full 11? Yeah, Gordon's out for the weekend, so if you need an extra player to make it 11, why not? It's technically a -2, so go for it. Yeah, nothing wrong with that at all. Hey bro, how are you? Pick Solanke or Xavi Simons? Solanke is probably the better pick. It's more the fact that I think I want Bowen, Watkins or Bowen. Who else am I going to go for up front? We'll see. But yeah, Solanke will have penalties. Xavi Simons, I think he's a nice punt this week. He's going to have to be creative against Wolves, so why not go for him then too? Cheeky punt on Isaac, Steve Fitz. Steve Fitz is a Spurs lad here, so let's see what Steve says on that. But cheeky punt on Isaac, I don't think so. He'll only get 60 to 70 minutes. Didn't look great against Everton. I think he only won one shot on target in the first half in that game. Salah has a whole potential compared to Isaac. I don't think Isaac is worth it when you compare him to the likes of a Bowen. Yeah, I don't think I would. It's better to spread your funds into midfield. Who are we missing up front there? Bowen, Thiago. Even Thiago's probably a better shout than Isaac this week. But yeah, definitely Watkins over Isaac. Yeah, that's who I was trying to think of. Yeah, let us know, Steve. Am I going mad if I go for the triple Spurs? But I do think they get a 3 points against Wolves. Loft just in the chat. Niall, time to give True Fair his due credit. Shout out to Tommy here in the chat. He called it on True Fair 2 months ago, so he's been absolutely loving those True Fair hauls over the last month or two. But yeah, probably should have went from hindsight's a great thing over the double game week. If Senesi got that assist at the last minute for Evan Nielsen, Senesi would actually True Fair got 13. So yeah, it was definitely the better pick over the double game week. In hindsight, I was happy enough that Senesi got at least one assist. It could have been 2. But yeah, fair play. You called that ages ago, Tommy. Good man. Hope you're enjoying yourself in the sun here. Good stuff. Right. Nicole, what are you saying, Nicole? Last question. Watkins, Bowen, Thiago, Morgan Gibbs White, Bruno, Dewsbury Hall and Salah. Good attackers that are different. Watkins, Bowen, Thiago are fine up front. Nothing wrong with those. Morgan Gibbs White, Bruno, Dewsbury Hall, Salah. Morgan Gibbs White is fine. I'm not sure if Dewsbury Hall is one who would want to be going for. Maybe Ndai over Dewsbury Hall, but if you need the funds, I can see it. Nothing wrong with going Dewsbury Hall, but Ndai, I had him in my earlier picks in the week. Ndai, maybe I've slightly gone cold a wee bit to him now with that West Ham game. I think it'll be a scrappy enough game. It just depends who. If I go with Bowen, if I go with Mavropanos in the fence, we're not sure. Gibbs White over Gakpo. Another William in the chat. I don't think so. Gibbs White, maybe your points chasing after his 20-pointer last week. I know Sunderland conceded 4. Is there a chance he could get another couple of goals tonight? Maybe they're a bit more solid in defence after that. Would you go Gibbs White in the free hit? I'm not sure if I want one in tonight's game. It could be a scrappy enough game tonight. Just looking at the table here, where's it gone? Standings here. Forest are 36. It's pretty well not set in stone, but it's really between West Ham and Spurs at the moment. So if West Ham drop points, Spurs get a win, they could be out there then as well. So West Ham will be back into it. So I'm expecting West Ham to get at least something, whether that's a point or 3 points. But I'm also expecting Spurs to get 3 then as well. So Forest need at least something in that game. So maybe Gibbs White could get something. He's their man in form. He's our main man then as well. But I'm just because it's Sunderland at home, they're a wee bit better at home. That's why I'm not considering Gibbs White. Not that it's points chasing, he could easily do well. There's nothing wrong with that pick either. There's nothing wrong with a lot of picks. If I'm talking about double the Spurs, that's what it means. There's nothing wrong with going some differential shouts in the free hit. Steve, brave person to pick any Spurs players currently. Yes, I agree with you. But surely they get a result this weekend. That's going to be interesting now for the next 5 game weeks. Tommy was on the ball. He surely was. Jack Mulroy, good man, Jack. Hearing any update on Cunha's fitness? Apologies to Jack now for saying this, but he had an absolute shocker last week. He just didn't have Tavernier and Derlo on the bench, and he was out in Belfast, forgot to hit the bench boost. I'm sorry, Jack, for saying that on stream, but let's hope you can get a decent bench boost in the last 5 game weeks of the season. Any update on Cunha's fitness? He was doing individual training yesterday. Would I go from on a free hit? No. If I had him, would I keep him on a normal team? Yeah, I probably would with the game on Monday. So you might be alright, but a free hit, I'd be going probably Mbuemo or even Casemiro on over Cunha. Good decision by the officials. Yeah, fair enough. Right, what else are we saying? How are we looking here then? 5-2-5. If you are playing your free hit, obviously don't forget to activate it. Oh yeah, and also once we hit 20 likes, we're going to be opening up our first pack of cards. I'm after knocking the mic there, so apologies if that was loud. But we're 3 likes off 20. Get hitting like on the stream there. We've about 50 people watching us at the moment. And once we hit 20 likes, we'll get our first pack open there then as well. Shout out to Tops once again for sending us a few of those to open up on stream. Who will be the top 3 striker picks? Akash or Akash? Bowen, Watkins. Third one, who are we looking at? I was chatting to a few having Gyökeres in their team. I wouldn't be surprised if Havertz starts this week, but it is going to be a physical game against Newcastle, so you maybe expect Gyökeres to start that game, but just too much uncertainty around his minutes. I wouldn't be going Gyökeres this week. Watkins, Bowen, Solanke. Solanke is who I forgot to say there. Yeah, Solanke is what I'd be going for. Right, let's have a wee go at this while we're waiting for a few more questions. Keep the questions coming in, and we'll of course we'll help you up until the deadline. Right, let's throw Gakpo in for now. I was looking at his minutes. If Rio starts over Gakpo, we're in bother. So I need to have at least one good player on the bench. Right, Gakpo, Bowen, we need to throw in. Bowen, Watkins. I think I'm warming towards Bowen and Watkins up front over Solanke. And then Xavi Simons in midfield. Where are we gone here? Right, Xavi Simons there is grand. One more player in midfield. I can fill this up with cheap guys in the fence anyway. Whether I want to go triple Spurs with Kingsley and goals to save some money, maybe I could do that. Let's see how much I have if I do that. And I'm going to throw in Mukulele. He has to make the team even if he's on the bench. Or he has to make the squad even if he's on the bench. He's been too good to me this season, so hopefully I won't be seeing some points on the bench. We can throw Mane in as a cheap lad on the bench also. Mane 4.3, and that gives us 5.9 in the bank. Right, so if I go for a cheap defender, I'll throw in Mavropanos for now. He can wait where it's first sub then as well. 6.4 in the bank. 6.4. So I can't afford Rice, that's fair enough. I can't afford Rodgers, I can't afford Gibbs White. Szoboszlai is a bit more expensive. I had Ndiaye, but he's 6.5, isn't he? He's 6.2. For now I'm going to throw him in, but I don't know if I'll end up on Ndiaye there. Let's see where we do end up on that. Right, let's get this sorted a bit again. And zoom out there a small bit. Right, that's what we're looking as a first draft. Not too bad. As I said, if you are playing it, don't forget to activate your free hit anyway. Right, let's get a poll going here then as well, and we will get back to the questions ASAP. Are you using your free hit this week? There's a lot using it on Twitter. It's just whether or not we're in a Twitter bubble over there. Let's see what the chat says on that. Jack, let me know what you're doing on Cunha, but if you have him and you're not on free hit, you're as well just keep him. Who will be the top striker picks? Top 3 striker picks. Yeah, Solanke, Bowen and Watkins is what we'll be going over there. Opinions on Eze. If he starts, he could do well. It's just a small bit of a risk going with him. Do you want an Arsenal attacker? Probably not. Yeah, what are you saying, Jack? If only you knew the heartbreak waking up on Saturday morning followed by the Arsenal bottle on Sunday. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed Belfast anyway. Fantasy will be over in 5 weeks. You won't have to worry about that bench boost in the grand scheme of things once the season's over. So one to write off. Don't worry. Get back on the saddle and get your team sorted for this week. Don't worry. Chiro ranks here. I hope you're okay. As it stands right now, I've exactly 11 players. What would you choose between the following options? Option 1, sell Thiaw for Mavropanos, Munoz. Wouldn't be going for Munoz anyway. Or sell JP to Watkins. option 3 role. If you have 11, all good there, Chiro. Maybe send in your 11 players and see who you are. But if you have 11 players this week, probably save your transfers for the latter game weeks of the season, and you might be all fine there. Right, I just see we hit 20 likes then as well. Let's open our first pack on stream there then as well. Keep the questions coming as I am doing this. Probably should have opened the bag before we started, because I might have trouble getting into this without a pair of scissors. There we go. We're right in anyway. So in this we've a few limited edition packs, a few normal packs that are stacked. Let's just open a normal pack first off. So match attacks. What are the extra 12 cards in the pack? If we get a good card, if you're watching on stream, you do want it, you can have it. Right. Can't see there. I'm just gonna go these straight up to screen there. Woman from Wolfsburg, whoever she is, no clue. Sabiri, I'm not even gonna pretend to know who that is. Next up here, maybe we're gonna get Jinx now. That's Rio, is it? Is that gonna put me off, Gakpo? If we've packed Rio, does that mean he's gonna start? Interesting. Stuttgart. El Canoes. Very good. Right. You got a couple against Celtic, if I'm right in saying that. Niko Kovac, manager of Borussia Dortmund. One upside down there. Paris Saint-Germain. PSG. Sub-goalkeeper. Very good. Barcelona attacker. Who's that? Oh, that's a woman. Fair enough. Bayern Munich. Musiala. No, it's not. Pavlovic. Trying to look at these in the mini webcam. Hard to tell. Right. Real bet. Is that Anthony? It is. Kings of Europe. Anthony. The Roulette King. Arsenal, Gyökeres. We were just chatting about Gyökeres then as well. Does that mean he's going to start? That could be worth a bit. Was it hat-trick hero? Is he going to do the same against Newcastle Saturday night? And then we've got a Garnacho, Shiny, and then Pitch Perfection. He was singing during the week, if anyone saw that. I don't think he's that great of a Pitch Perfection anyway. Definitely not Pitch Perfect, but if you saw that video, you know what I'm on about. He was singing with a choir. Walter made it during the week. That's gas that we actually got that Pitch Perfection. Definitely not won't be going to the judges' houses if you got on to X Factor. Right, let's get back to this. First pack out of the way. Keep the likes coming on stream. Once we hit 40 likes, we'll be opening the next one. Harry Wilson thoughts. Era. Saw Doctor. Not a bad shout. I wouldn't want Wilson and Watkins in the one team. If I'm going Watkins, I'm happy enough just to leave it on Watkins. That's even if I do go Watkins. I might switch it up. But I think the goals have slightly dried out for Fulham. I wouldn't be that confident of them getting a couple of goals in that Villa game. So he's a safe pick if you're trying to hold your rank against other people around you in your mini league who don't have their free hit and have him. There's nothing wrong going with that. But I think there's more haul potentials around Wilson anyway. Vivid, good evening. What do you think of my free hit team? Ruffs, Gabriel, Porro, Van Dijk, Mavropanos, 4 at the back. Interesting. Salah, Bruno, Xavi, Rogers, Watkins, Bowen. Benches, Kinski, Garner, Alderete, Mane. Any changes you would make? Not sure on the Ruffs pick first off. Is it going to be a 0-0 or will Forest score in that game? Gabriel, Porro, Van Dijk, Mavropanos. 4 at the back. I think I'd prefer 3 at the back and 5 in midfield though. Not mad on the Aston Villa double up. I think 1 is enough. You could probably go towards an extra Liverpool midfielder maybe instead of a Rodgers. Watkins is plenty up front, especially if he is on penalties. I know Rodgers took the last one. He did miss it. They might go back to Watkins on that. Benches, Kinski, Garner, Alderete, Mane. Apart from that, all good. Maybe double up on the Arsenal defence for a bit of protection on your rank. 4 at the back is fine. I would prefer a 5th midfielder instead of Mavropanos there. Gabriel, Porro, Van Dijk, all good. Salah, Bruno, Xavi. Maybe another Arsenal, or maybe who else can you go for there? Wilson is probably playing a bit too safe. If you wanted to go one of the Arsenal lads, I don't think I would, but maybe 1 or 2 differential picks instead of that. It's a safe team, solid team there. There's nothing wrong with it. Catherine Pella, thoughts on Diarra on free hit? I don't think so. Not mad on him, but he could potentially be on penalties. Is it Diarra? Maybe. I don't know. Would I go from on the free hit? No. I think I'm going Casemiro. Tough decision. Thought conflicted since I could go in Dyer Wilson. Casemiro isn't bad at all. Maybe it's a game where you could get another bullet header. Just with Ndai, you have the penalties with Ndai. if I have him in the team now, I might regret taking him out then as well, because he does have the penalties. Like Ndai picked plenty of form in your team, and Ndai actually scored last week, and he was just marginally offside, so he was unlucky not to get the penalty in that, or sorry, not to get the return in that. Could he get something at West Ham? Maybe. Leo Cannon, shout out to Leo Cannon. Everything you're seeing on screen here was made by Leo, so give Leo some love in the comments there. What are we saying? Well, Sham, I'm on free hit this week. I still have triple captain still to play. I have enough in the bank to get Salah or Haaland into the team. Already have Bruno. I'm on free hit, right? Never mind about Haaland, so Leo, he doesn't play this week. So City are blanking this week, so don't worry about Haaland. I have enough in the bank to get Salah or Haaland. Already have Bruno. Who and what game would you use triple captain on? If you're free hitting this week, or maybe you're wild carding Leo. If you're free hitting, leave off Haaland this week. You can get him back on your normal team next week. What game would you triple captain? We're looking at a double gaming potential for City in 36 or 37. If it's in 36, it'll be against Crystal Palace. Or there's a potential it might move the Bournemouth game forward, so we could have a double game week for City and Bournemouth in 36. Looking more likely that's going to be a Palace double game week, which I would prefer, as that's 2 home fixtures for City in that one. Right. Let's get back on that then. Yeah, but Leo, 36 for a triple captain. All good there. Getting a few work messages here, but I'm done since 4:30, so I won't be replying. So apologies, lads, on that. On free hit this week, if Salah's your man there over Haaland. Have a few solid picks in defence. Gabriel, Porro, Virgil. That's your defence sort of there, Leo. I'm just not locked in on I think my front 4 after Salah and Bruno Fernandes, or front 5. I could easily make a few more changes on that then as well, so we'll see on that. Chiro ranks current 11: Raya, Gabriel, Van Dijk, Mukiele, Bruno captain, Wilson, Garner, Rice, attack Bowen and Thiago. Bench Kelleher, Semenyo, JP, Van Heck. 1.1 in the bank and 1 free transfer left. So Raya, Gabriel, Van Dijk, Mukiele, all good there. Bruno, Wilson, Garner, Rice. Attack is Bowen, Thiago, Kelleher, Semenyo, JP and Van Heck. So you could probably do Semenyo to a Liverpool midfielder. I probably would lean towards that, whether that's Gakpo or Szoboszlai. Take your pick. Szoboszlai is a safer one if you're kind of protecting your rank. Nothing wrong with going Gakpo, so maybe I should be going Szoboszlai over that, but over Gakpo. But for now, I'm leaning towards Gakpo. Thoughts on Solanke, Jack? I don't mind Solanke at all. I don't think I've room for him in this team. Whether that's a drop and die and change to 3-4-3, could probably do that. I think I'm happy enough to have Simmons in the team. He's in good form, especially after the goal and assist last week. Potentially could add a few more returns then as well. So yeah, but nothing wrong with going Solanke if you want him. Who are you thinking over Watkins? I'm happy enough to have him in now. Thiago, Solanke if you want to go outside of Watkins. But I think I'm warming to the fact of having Watkins in the team. Chiro ranks said Munoz earlier because I currently have one doubler Semenyo and I'll probably be rolling next week anyways. Yeah, Semenyo to a Liverpool lad, Gakpo or Szoboszlai. Have your pick there, and then you can move back to Cherky then if you don't want to go with that. Michael, what are we saying there? Did you see my second team, lad? Let's go over to Discord here to have a look. What are we saying, Michael? Sorry, this is the second team. Raya, Gabriel, Virgil, Mukiele, Salah, Bruno, Wilson, Cunha, Solanke, Thiago, Bowen. Not sure I'd have Cunha with the fact he was doing individual work during the week. Any bit of doubt at all with Cunha or with a player on a free hit, especially on a free hit, I wouldn't go near them. Wilson is okay. I'm not sure if I'd want him on a free hit when you have other options. And then Thiago, that's fine. Then you've three players in the United Brentford game. Nothing wrong with that. I'm happy enough to take the risk against Thiago. Let me know if that's alright, Michael, but I'd probably move on Cunha and Thiago on that team there. Another option here from William: Raya, Virgil, Gabriel, Porro, Ndai, Salah, Xavi, Szoboszlai, Fernandes, Watkins, Bowen. Going to be very similar to my team there, William, so nothing wrong with that at all. It's whether I go Gakpo or Szoboszlai there. What do you think of Solanke for a one-off or a Charleston? Everton still in the hunt for Europe and have a decent team. Was going to say Solanke to you, but didn't think you'd go for it. Good form. I'll have double Spurs on my free. Yeah, Solanke should be on pens too. Right, we've a good lot to get through on the Patreon then as well. I will get back to you, don't worry. We've another hour and 20 minutes or so as well. What have we here? Thoughts on Jared Bowen or JP to Bowen and Wemo to Rice Szoboszlai? If for free, yes, with the factor taken out and Wemo to who's already playing, I don't think I would. If you're on free hit, which I don't think you are though, keep him Wemo, and Wemo should be fine to play anyway. I know he's a bit of a risk. I wouldn't be doing that for a hit anyway. Andrea, don't do that though. JP to Bowen is fine. Not sure on the Wemo moves out. I don't think I'd go for that, no. Right, all good there. Nice one. Sound. Right, 10 past 5, an hour and 20 to go. All good there. Right, a lot of messages on TikTok for some reason. All good there. Get over to the YouTube stream. One's off TikTok. Good stuff. Should I just start Tiao and save the transfer Chiro? Not sure about starting Tiao. I'd probably move him on Semenyo. Get Shirky back into it then as well. All good there. Rice Szoboszlai for the rest of the season. Szoboszlai's more routes to points, I think. Szoboszlai. William, current team is Ruffs, Virgil, Poro, Ndai, Xavi, Bruno, Gakpo, Salah, Bowen, Watkins. Benches Isidore, Heaven, Mukalele is my current team and have 0.3 in the bank. Want Raya but don't have enough, so where are you going to save money there? Virgil, Poro, who's your third defender there? So Ndai, Xavi, Bruno, Gakpo, Salah, Bowen, Watkins. If you downgrade Watkins, you'll be able to afford Raya then. Watkins to a Solanke gets you enough for Raya. That's only if you want to go that route. If you want to go for Watkins, I understand that, but that's only a route to getting Solanke in the team. What about Morgan Gibbs White? I've nothing wrong with Gibbs White at all. Forest obviously still in that relegation battle. I think it's a small bit points chasing. Might regret those words, but I'm not going near Gibbs White. What do I do about not having Raya? Do that move there, and you should get him. Downgrading Watkins, and you have enough for him then. And Wilson. What about Morgan Gibbs White? Is okay. Wilson is okay then as well. I'm not mad on Fulham one. My love for Wilson this season, he's done very well for me. I'm just not mad on his haul potential tomorrow morning against Aston Villa. So no, I'm leaving him out. A lot of teams who aren't free hitting will have Wilson in their team, so that's another opportunity to get some points on them. With me predicting that he's not going to do well. Right, all good there. Nice one, grand. Right, sound. Nice one, grand. Igor Jesus, good differential. I don't think so. I wouldn't go near him. There's better strikers up for this week instead of Igor. Just joined, so apologies if you already answered. What's your starting 11? I'm looking at a 3-5-2 childless Jambino 92, but definitely nowhere near locked at the moment. But I'm leaning towards a 3-5-2. I have a 5 foundation that are definitely locked. It's just what other front 5 I'm going to go with. So we'll be deciding right up until the deadline. So I can't say for certain on what I'm locked in then as well. Addy Mac, my TV went off. Get it back on. I literally hate the thought of double Tottenham. True. Nothing wrong with having them for a week and then we get rid of them. Wolves are dust. Wolves are gone down. So Spurs have to get something tomorrow. Nothing wrong with having them for the Wolves fixture and then we can forget about them for the rest of the season. So yeah, that's fine with that. Let me know how you're lined up, Nicole, now though. How are you, my man? Addy Mac 83, playing my free hit, got 2 Spurs players in Poro and Xavi like myself. Would you bring in Solanke as a third option or get Bowen? Also, would you have Gakpo over Rodgers? Already have Salah and Watkins. I think I'd have Gakpo over Rodgers. Yes, Rodgers is a safer pick for minutes. He did get a goal last week, didn't he, Rodgers? I think I won triple Liverpool in that Palace game anyway. Palace with the Europa Conference League knockout game on Thursday against Shakhtar, isn't it? Solanke is a third option or get Bowen. Bowen is a safer pick. Everton at home, 3 p.m, isn't it? I do think there'll be goals for both sides in that game. West Ham need a win anyway, so but Moisey, yeah, I think Bowen is a safer one there. Moisey against his old club. Sorry, I was reading the next comment there. Nothing wrong with double Spurs. Triple Spurs maybe overkill, but sure, look, one fixture against Wolves, surely there's a couple of goals from on that. The fact it's away as well maybe might bring me down to the 2 which I am on. But if you want to get Solanke, nothing wrong with that. He should be on penalties also. Chiro ranks kind of scared of João Pedro to Watkins as a permanent transfer with Europa between games. Pedro will be back for 35. It's whether or not you want him for the rest of the season. João Pedro is a very hot and cold player anyway. Just not ideal. He didn't play the double game. He could miss out on a couple of extra, at least probably 2k places of him not playing in that game with the automatic subs that came in from. But sure, look, we can't complain on how we ended up last week. 62k, 64k to 25k was crazy. 62 to 25 or something like that. But sure, look, we're going well, and it's happening at the right time of the season. My highest rank this season was 13k. If I finish with that this season, I'll be over the moon. But I do, of course, you want a top 10k. 60 people watching us in the chat. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Hit that like button also. We're on 22 likes. Let's try and get it up to 30 likes. The fact we've got 60 people as of now. Keep coming with the questions then as well. 5:15, an hour and 15 to go until the deadline, and I've plenty to lock in as of yet. 80% saying that they're playing their free hit this week. So if you are, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but if you aren't playing your free hit this week, you're probably going towards a red arrow. Many Vanavan, I hope I said that right. Like your current draft on the screen, would it be a viable option to upgrade Gakpo to Cunha and downgrade either Mukiele, Mavropanos to Heaven? Yes, I was looking at Heaven then as well, just for a cheap one on the bench. Mukiele is just my man. That's why I just want him in the team. So I'm probably losing out with a bit of value on that. With Cunha, I'm not going to go for Cunha because he was training by himself on Thursday, yesterday. So if he's training by himself, the fact it's Monday, he should be okay. Just as if there's any doubts at all about a player, I don't want to go near them. So that's why I'm leaning towards going away from Cunha. But nothing wrong with going for Cunha if you want. Gakpo himself is a slight rotation risk also. I do think he does start that game, and he could be moved up front if Isak gets subbed off early. Maybe something to consider then too. Sakib in the chat, great to see you, man. Hope all is well. Current free hit, no players in yet. Kelleher, Porro, Van de Ven, Gabriel, Salah, Xavi, Bruno, Wirtz, Rice, Isak, Thiago. Nothing wrong with a Wirtz pick either. Haven't seen Wirtz in many drafts, but that's, if you have the funds available, nothing wrong with going from either, especially if you're not going for a Watkins. Rice, Isak, Thiago, Heaven, Mavropanos, Mane on the bench. Isak to Watkins, Kelleher to Raya, Rice to Szoboszlai as alternative. Kelleher to Raya, definitely. United are definitely going to score Monday night, so I wouldn't go with Kelleher. I'm saying that as an Irish person also. Kelleher's a great goalkeeper, but United are going to score. Okay, sound. Johnny Sexton is going for Solanke. I have him convinced. Hopefully that goes alright for you, Johnny. All good there. Right, what were you saying? Kelleher to Raya, all fine. Szoboszlai instead of Rice is fine there too. And I would go Watkins over Isak. Isak didn't look real at the races. He's still getting up to match fitness then as well. Against Everton, I sat through that Liverpool game last week. He didn't do much all game. I can't see him getting too much in that fixture also, so maybe leave it off on Isak and go Watkins. Watkins is a safer pick there too. MKCFC, Porro or Mavropanos to start. Rodgers or Watkins for free hit team. Porro and Watkins is what I'll be going for there. You've convinced me your lineup, but Szoboszlai over Gakpo. Fair enough. I'm not locked in on an Ndai either, I will say that. I'll probably be going for someone else over Ndai. I don't know if I want I don't know if I want Bowen and Ndai in the same team, so I'm not locked in on Ndai. Right, good few messages to get back in the Patreon yet then as well. Triple Spurs or double Spurs is the question. That is the question. Right, we'll keep going. Watkins or Bowen and free hit, the two of them. Got 112 points last week, didn't play any chip. Wow, that's outrageously going. Well done. FTBL07, good lad. 112 points without a chip is crazy work. Well done on that. Cunha or Wilson, out of those two, Wilson is probably safer for minutes. Wouldn't really shout at either, to be honest with you. Who to start, Mavropanos or Ndai? Ndai there. I do think Everton do get one. Captain Solanke if chasing 20-point gap. If leader will captain Bruno. Captain Salah, Stephen Darcy, if you're looking for a differential on that. Captain Salah. Right, all good there. Alice, what are we saying, Alice? Raya, Virgil, Gabriel, Mavropanos, Gakpo, Bruno, Salah, Xavi, Watkins, Solanke, Bowen. Nice team there. Maybe Poro over Mav. Very nice team, 3-4-3. It's whether or not you want to go for a third forward or a fifth midfielder. That's where the free hit ultimately is going to end up on. Whether we go for 5 in midfield or 3 up front. Right, let me just move down there, get that sorted. I'm not sure on when is the best to use. I'm thinking 36 triple captain. Any suggestions? Any idea who to bring in as a midfielder? Maybe Gakpo or Simmons. Gakpo, prob. Right, thoughts on Pickford on free hit? No, I do think West Ham score. I'll actually be meeting Jordan Pickford on Tuesday, which is going to be pretty exciting. And I'm eyeing up a captaincy for Haaland away to Everton next week. So maybe do I get a video of him asking what do I think of a Haaland captain against him? Or I don't know if that will go down well with him. But yeah, I'm heading to Wembley on Tuesday to do a shoot with a few England players, which is going to be very cool, to be fair. Not sure what other England players there. I know Pickford is going to be there anyway. If there's a couple of United players, that'll be class. So I'm looking forward to that. Very cool for the launch of the new Panini stickers for the World Cup. Andrea, what are we saying? Hello mate, any thoughts on this? 2 free transfers, 1 million in the bank. Plan us a wildcard in 35 and go crazy in 34. Raya, Gabriel, Virgil, Anderson, Thiago, Bruno, Wilson, Semenyo, Rodgers, Thiago, Bowen. 2 free transfers. Get Salah with Ekatike and Semenyo out. Right, all good there. Mo Villa, what would you change? Not really. What would I change there? Raya, Virgil, Pedro, Gab, Bruno, Rodgers, Dewsbury Hall, Salah, Solanke, maybe Simmons in 2. All good there. William sorted it out. New team thoughts: Raya, Van Dijk, Gabriel and Dye, Xavi, Bruno, Gakpo, Salah, Bowen, Watkins, benches Kinski, Ronaldo, Heaven, Isidore. Bench doesn't matter that much, surely. No, it doesn't. Maybe have one decent one on your first bench instead of Ronaldo or Heaven. Maybe even a Brobby if you can afford him. Raya, Van Dijk, Gabriel. You're missing one defender there, but that's okay. And Dye, Xavi, Bruno, Gakpo, Salah. Strong midfield, strong front 2. Nothing wrong with that team at all. Thoughts on Pickford? I don't think I'd have him on the free hit. No, double arse in the fence, especially with Gordon out. I think Arsenal should get their clean sheet as well. They'll be looking to bounce back after last week too. So I'd leave the triple arse or the double arse in the fence. Even if you wanted to do something differential, even the triple arse in the fence, if you really thought they are going to get their clean sheet, it is obviously a risk. But yeah, William, sorry, Poro. Yeah, all good there with Poro. Nothing wrong with that. Finn Cox, I'm on free hit, 60 points off top on my mini league, so I'm chasing a bit. Thinking of taking a risk on triple up on Bruno and Mbeumo and Cunha. Bruno and Mbeumo's fine, not sure on Cunha. Xavi Simmons or Solanke is a nice punt there if you're 60 points behind. Just because Cunha was training by himself, I'm going to keep saying that, but just a small bit of the uncertainty. I'm not sure if I'd lock it in on Cunha. Grand, right, what else are we saying? Grand, 22 minutes past 5. A reminder once again, if you are using your free hit, don't forget to activate it. I haven't activated mine yet, but I will. Grand. Nicole, I've 30 points to chase. First person in first has used triple captain. Do I play a differential captain this week or chase with my triple captain? 30 is a bit of a rut with 5 game weeks to go, so maybe you might have to try and get some ground on his captaincy this week. If you're not going Bruno, go Salah. Go Salah this week for the captaincy. If you've 30, that's going to be hard to get. At least you have the triple captaincy. We'll take that as a 10 pointer, we'll say, with the triple captaincy, so that's down to 20. Can you get that over him with a few differentials over the next 5 game weeks? Maybe, to be honest, maybe you can. Just depends how similar your teams are. If he's playing his free hit, he or she is playing their free hit this week. If I know you are there then as well, maybe go a few differentials compared to his team or her team. Then that's another way you can get up some points. We'll say it's basically 20 points because we're surely assuming Haaland gets 10 points over double gaming for City. So you're down to 20 there. Maybe you can get that just without using the captaincy on a few other differentials. So maybe consider that. 5 game weeks to go. Surely, if depends how similar your teams are. If you've got a few differentials to their team, that's doable. 20 points is doable, considering you're getting 10 points from the triple captaincy at least. Gibbs White on free hit, nothing wrong with that. Maybe it is probably points chasing from last week. Don't think he gets a 20 pointer at all. But if you want to go from, there's nothing wrong. The player pool of midfielder picks this week is definitely broad. It's just who we're going to fall on. I think I'm happy enough with Simmons. It's just whether I go with Ndai or Gakpo, whether I leave it on Szoboszlai as a safer pick, maybe. Michael in the Discord, what are we saying? Michael sent you the final team. This is me. Start Mavropanos or Mukulele. I'd have Pedro Porro. If you were starting one, Mukulele the GOAT, but I think you have to have Pedro Porro in there. Nothing wrong with the team there. 3-4-3, Wilson and Mukulele. All good there. You captain and Salah. Wow, Salah captain. Interesting. Hope it goes well for you, Michael. Good man. But out of those, Mukulele though. Right, all good there. 25 past 5. An hour and 5 to go until the deadline. Mukulele or Nico Williams, high attack, please recommend. Williams probably a better shout of an attacking return. Mukulele has been Mukulele and over the last couple of weeks. He got his goal against Spurs. He's been my goal of the season, but Williams looks to be taking his a couple of shots. He had 2 shots on target last week or the week before, didn't he? So maybe there's a better chance of Williams getting an attacking return with his shooting output anyway. Brian Lowry, how's all, Brian? Any thoughts on Wirtz over Gakpo? Yes, it's just I don't have the money to go from if I wanted to. I probably do have the money to go from if I wanted to. Nothing wrong with going Wirtz. It looks like Wirtz is getting subbed off first. Let's have a look at Liverpool's games last time out. Then as well with Gakpo, is he going to play Rio? Maybe he does. Let's see the Everton game. Just because Gakpo set up the first goal, maybe that gets him the start this week. Gakpo got where is he there? Gakpo got 84. Isak came off for Rio, and did that push Gakpo up front? Maybe it did. He got his assist. Szoboszlai obviously got his assist from the corner. Yeah, it's where I'm going to end up on the Liverpool pick. I definitely want 3 anyway. It's just going to be a deciding factor who I go for. 61 in the chat. Great to see you all in the chat. Keep the likes coming on stream there. We've just hit 30 likes. Once we hit 40, we're gonna open our next pack. So if you haven't liked the stream already, go down there, give the stream a like. We're 2 subs off hitting 9,050. So if you are watching this and you're not subscribed, do us a solid. Go down there and click subscribe on the channel. Next big milestone is 10k subs. We've obviously a bit of work to do to get there. I need your support. All good there. Right. Nicole, no bother at all. Rice to Xavi Simmons, yeah, I'd go with that. Do you think West Ham keeps a clean sheet over Sunderland? I don't think either of them keep a clean sheet, to be honest with you. Addy Mac 83, how are you, my man? Planning my free hit, got 2 Spurs players in Porro and Xavi. Would you bring in Solanke as a third or get Bowen? Also have Rodgers or Gakpo. Already have Watkins. If you already have Watkins, go Gakpo. Salah, Gakpo, Watkins. I wouldn't double up on the Villa attack, no. If you want to go triple Solanke, I wouldn't. If you already have Porro and Xavi and you don't have Bowen, get Bowen in for some West Ham cover. All good on that. Yeah, he's playing free hit, so maybe I'll try something different. Thank you. Yeah, maybe you can go with your differential picks to get back over that and still keep it with the captaincy then as well. But Salah could still do very well this week, so that's all gear. Have a feeling Abraham starts instead of Watkins. He got a 16 pointer last week, 2 goals. I'm not sure if Watkins gets rested. Surely not. Any thoughts on Tarkowski? He's nothing wrong at all. He'll get some DEFCON. I just think, especially with West Ham being home, I think they get a goal or 2, and they get a result as well. Whether that's a draw or a win. So not mad on Tarkowski. Anyway. If you have him in your normal team, keep him. Just not on a free hit. Definitely not. No. If money for both Xavi or Cunha, Xavi Simmons, just because Cunha's still a doubt. You going Van Dijk or Mavropanos? Van Dijk, good chance. Van Dijk can get something again from a set piece. Maybe he got his return last week. Mavropanos does have a good attacking threat also from set pieces. Just Van Dijk, leave it at that. Marcus in the chat, Marcus Fernando, love your content, bro. Appreciate that, Marcus. Good man. I think Crystal Palace can hold Liverpool. Are you sure? Play 2 at Liverpool. I do think Liverpool get a result. Yeah, Palace will be thinking about that Europa Conference League game on Thursday. Even I know it's a bit away, but I do think Liverpool get their 3 points, especially with it being at home. Maybe if they were away from home. How are they in the standings at the moment? Brighton are sniffing around there. Brighton on 50 points. Of course, Liverpool do have a game in hand, which is this weekend anyway. So Liverpool will be wanting to get up to 58 points alongside United and Villa. But United and Villa, if they win, they'll be another 3 points ahead of Liverpool. But I understand what you mean. Just because Palace have that European game, I'm happy enough to load up on Liverpool assets with them only focusing on the league. If you had the same team but no Tottenham, what are the 2 other players you're putting in? Fair enough. If you don't want any Spurs, maybe Mavropanos and another pick in midfield, Gibbs White maybe instead of Simmons around that price tag. Maybe that's what I go for there. For Porro and Xavi, yeah, Mavropanos and. But then if you're going with Ndiaye, there's no point having Mavropanos. Keep hoping one gets a return and the other one gets a return. You don't want that. Yeah, you better just head your bets on one of the players. In midfield, maybe Gibbs White if you don't want Xavi Simmons. Maybe West Ham clean sheet or Sunderland to get a clean sheet. I do think the 2 of them concede. Urki. Maybe just Sunderland Ukulele over Mavropanos. Maybe. Cunha's a doubt. He's been starting every game, not injured. Blake, he has been, but he's been training by himself during the week. Let me get the quote on Cunha. Can we see what the quote was on Cunha? At Man United training this morning, Lenny Euro not back, but hopefully he'll be fit for Monday versus Brentford. Matheus Cunha on a recovery day. Rest of the squad there, plus Shea Lacey and Tyler and Jack Fletcher. So he was doing a recovery session by himself. Maybe he should be fine for Monday. Maybe. He should be fine. I don't know if I'm going to go for him though. In Dyer, Gibbs White on free hit. Out of those 2, maybe Gibbs White. I haven't died there. The 2 of them should surely be on penalties. Nothing wrong with it either, to be honest with you. Top of my mini league and using my free hit, what would you recommend? What's on screen here, Stephen? Good man. Henry, I must wildcard this week. How's my squad? Riffs, Mukulele, Gabriel, Tarkowski, Mavropanos, Gibbs White, Dewsbury Hall, Bruno, Casemiro, Bone, Thiago, Verbruggen, Haaland, O'Reilly, Shirky. Could you even do Raya over Ruffs? You want double Arsenal for their remaining fixtures, so I don't think I'd want a double Sunderland. Get Raya there, Henry, if you can. Let us know if you can afford it, or if you need to downgrade someone. Do let us know. Right, 58 minutes to go until the deadline. We're getting into the business end of the stream now. 36 likes on the stream. Good to see there. A lot of messages to get back on the Patreon here. Finton, what are we saying? Raya, Gabriel, Virgil, Porro, Wilson, Rogers. Do you want 3 in the Villa Fulham game? Good man, Finton. Hope we're keeping well, man. I was leaning towards that as well. Thanks. No bother at all. Good stuff there. Jean-Michel Pichet. Hey bro, what do you think? Raya, Pedro Porro, Gabriel, Virgil, Salah, Bruno, Sabasai, Xavi, Thiago, Bone. Solid team there. Abdullah, what are we thinking? So I was thinking these 2. I'm thinking to do this, not convinced about Van Dijk. Do you want anyone to change? I love Thiago and Gibbs White as well. Raya, Gabriel, Pedro Porro, Mavropanos, Salah, Xavi, Bruno, Gibbs White, Bone, Thiago, Solanke. I'd have Virgil over Mav. All good there. Michael, would triple pool be good move for the last few game weeks? Nothing wrong with it. They'll be fighting for Champions League. Simmons is good for this long term. Grand, right. Let's go, Niall. Keep going. Kevin Sharan in the chat, man. Good to see you as always. Good supporter of the channel. I think Szoboszlai over Gakpo. No minutes risk, plus can always rely on Szoboszlai. True. Set pieces. Maybe Defcon then as well. Maybe. Miani Vani. Hopefully I've said that right. I've been following you all season and really like your content, especially your captaincy calls. Appreciate that. Is it worth choosing Gibbs White over Gakpo? I think you need to have triple Liverpool. So if you wanna look elsewhere, go Gibbs White over and die maybe, but I'd be going triple Liverpool for sure. Abdullah, other than that, which do you prefer? All good apart from that. Nice one. Grand. Right. Alex in the chat. Alex, good man. Apologies if I've missed your messages on Patreon. I'm just trying to get through them all now. Chase and rank. James, right. Give us 1 sec. We'll get to Alex first. Well, Niall, I'm first in my mini league by 30 points. Good man. What should be my team to protect that, or should I do a few punts to get ahead more? Are they free hitting this week, Alex? If they are, they're probably going to stick to somewhat template. I still think it's a small bit of a risk, but I think you do have to have some Spurs lads in your free hit team, just because it's Wolves away. Wolves are dead and buried. They're already down. Surely Spurs come out fighting in that game. Maybe they don't, but surely they do. So I'd probably have Petterporn and Simmons. They're punts in itself, Alex, but go with them. 30 points ahead though, good man. You're flying. Good stuff. I know you're doing well this season. Are you beating me as well? Let's have a quick look at your team here. You're surely in the Patreon group. You're just behind me. 2035, good man. You're doing very well this season. Surely that's top 100k anyway. Good man. James Coleman, right. Chasing ranks in mini leagues. Thoughts: Raya, Poro, Gabriel, Mukulele, Ndai, Bruno, Gibbs White, Wilson, Salah, Bowen, Solanke. I think you probably need Watkins then as well. Gibbs White over Wilson, then I would be dropping Wilson to somebody else. Ndai, I'm not fully locked in either then, James. Let me know who you're considering instead of those. But the back line is fine. I probably would still go, especially if you've got Gibbs White and Mukulele in the one game. Why not? Don't do that, because you're hoping one concedes and the other scores. Don't do that. So I'd go Raya, Poro and Gabriel and Virgil in the fence, and there's no point having Gibbs White if you're wanting the Mukulele clean sheet. So pick one or the other is what I'd be saying there. Right, all good there. Right, 25-6. We're on 36 likes then as well. Let's try and get to 40 and we'll get our other pack open then as well. I appreciate the support as always on stream tonight. Grant, back to the chat. What are we saying? James, let me know on that. But Van Dijk over Mukulele. It's fair enough if you want to Gibbs White, I understand that, but no point having two players in the one fixture, defense or an attacker on opposition teams. Everyone has Xavi in their free hit. Is he a lock for minutes? Only got 5 in the Zerbi's first games. The fact he got a goal and assist last week, surely he starts this weekend. So I'm happy enough to have Simmons in the team. Ekatika replacement. I need a goalkeeper replacement as well for the rest of the game weeks. Raya for the rest of the season. Yeah, I think Raya for Sanchez. Wilson to Xavi. No point doing Wilson out if you've already got a playing player. Maybe you look for somebody else to Simmons, because Wilson could easily get something, and at least he's playing this week. Ekatika the bone is fine. What's the rest of your midfield there? Fede 2-3-3-3-3. Surely you can do somebody else to Simmons with Wilson playing, but you must be in a luxurious position that you can do 4 free transfers and still have 11 players this week. So fair play on that. Alex, what do you think about Solanke? No, I'm about 20 points behind you. Haaland triple captain is what I missed, unfortunately. Nothing wrong with that. He could easily score less than Gabriel. I'll be hoping he doesn't, because I've got a couple of points to make up in another couple of big money leagues anyway, which could be worth a couple of grand in that. So I need Haaland to do well if I do go from in the double game weeks, or sorry, the triple captain. But what do you think about Solanke? Nothing wrong with that. He should be on penalties too. Or him and Richarlison going to share minutes. At least Solanke got 90 minutes last week. Richarlison didn't get any, which is surprising to be fair. But if you want to go Solanke, go for him. I do think he could do well. I think Poor and Simmons is enough for me. Bruno or Salah, lad, what do you think for captain? Do you know what now? Let's get a captaincy poll going. 81% amazingly on free hit in the chat here. I would have thought there would have been a lot less. I've already used their free hit. 116 votes, 81% using their free hit, 19% not using, which is interesting. Right, game week 34 captaincy poll. Who we saying? We're saying Bruno. No, that's not how you spell Bruno. Who else have we? Salah, Bruno, Salah, Solanke. Who else shouts out there as a potential pick? Maybe Bowen then too. Those four. Let's see what the chat is saying on that. Right, then back to this. Bruno or Salah? Yeah, I'm on Bruno. Surely the majority are on Bruno. But if you're going for a differential pick, if you need to make up some ground, there's nothing wrong with going Salah this week at all. Right, all good there. Nice one on that sound. Right, still a good few messages to get back to there. 60 people watching us in the chat. We're 2 subs off hitting 9,050. Go down there and click subscribe if you haven't done so already. That'd be very much appreciated. 0.9 short on your current free hit draft. Thoughts on who to swap in? 0.9. Interesting. Charlotte there. What are we saying? Muke or Mavro to heaven. Leaves you with how much? Grand. What's your opinion on my free hit team? Raya, Gabriel, Porro, Virgil, Mavropanos, Bruno, Salah, Gibbs White, Bowen, Thiago, Watkins. Nice team. Would prob go with another mid over Mav. Grand. Downgrade Muclea to heaven. Yeah, all good there. Right. What's the chat saying here? Is Gibbs White on pens for cert? Not for cert, Jack. Sorry, you messaged me on WhatsApp, didn't you? What are we saying there? Can swap Gyökeres for any of these and a cheap non-playing defender then. Would Charleston Sardi's only the cowboy take from them? Raya. Oh, I don't know, would I go Gyökeres there? Don't think I'll go Gyökeres. Oh. Right, all good there. Jack, what are we saying? Raya, Pedro Porro, Gabriel, Virgil, Salah, Xavi, Bruno, Gibbs White, Bowen, Watkins, Solanke. That's a strong free hit. Strong team. Higgins is going. Havertz. Fair. I think he starts. Nothing wrong with going Havertz. Arsenal have to score. Where the goal is going to come from. Very fair on that. Rest of the mids are Bruno, Ndai, Wilson, Dango, Tavernier and Wilson. Save the transfer. Dango plays, so maybe not. Maybe save the transfer there, Fede, yeah. Do we reckon Mbeumo starts this week? I think he does. Also, Solanke over Bowen for a differential. Solanke over Bowen for a differential. Can he get heaven? Or you have heaven already. Achimpong, Gabriel. So I need to swap Rodgers or give Gibbs White for someone cheaper. Gakpo there is 7-3, isn't he? Watkins is taking up his money in there in the bank. Raya, Pedro Porro, Virgil, Gabriel, all fine. Rodgers, Salah, Bruno, Gibbs White. Havertz is what? 7-3. Right, all good there on Simmons. Right. Is Gibbs White on pens? He should be. I'm not for certain, but he should be. Also, Solanke over Bowen for a differential. If you want to go Solanke, nothing wrong with that. Do you recommend using 5 free transfers this week to get 11 if I were to play wildcard next week? Maybe. Yeah, why not? Get to 11 and then sort out the wildcard then after. You won't need 5 free transfers the rest of 4 gaming. So, yeah, get it done. Get it done out of the way. Especially if you don't have a free hit, you'll need that this week. No playing goalkeepers, but can get Raya in. Is it worth a free transfer? Yes, you'll want Raya for the rest of the season as well. I'm expecting Arsenal to get 2 or 3 clean sheets out of the last 5 games. So, yeah, this week. Burnley then as well, don't they? And then they surely get one along the way then too. Going only one Arsenal player on free hit, is that a concern? Players who aren't, or managers who aren't using their free hit will have double Arsenal defence anyway, so maybe you need to protect yourself against that. So I still would go double Arsenal defence, yeah. Raya, Virgil, Gabriel, Porro, Ndai, Simmons, Salah, Bruno, Cunha, Watkins, Bowen. Thoughts on that? Raya, Virgil, Gabriel, Porro, Ndai, Simmons, Salah, Bruno, Cunha, Watkins, Bowen. Thoughts on that? Back four is all good. Ndai, Simmons, Salah, Bruno, Cunha, Watkins, Bruno, Cunha. So, Ndai, Simmons, Salah, Bruno, Cunha is all good there. Not sure if I'd go Cunha because he was doing a session by himself yesterday. That means he's not gonna or is gonna start on Monday. I don't think I'd want him, just with a small bit of a doubt on that. Galway prediction tonight. Surely that's to beat Waterford away. Surely. Bench 1 Salah, 2-1 Galway. 2-1 or 1-0. Bench 1 Salah, Bruno, Soboslai, Xavi, Ndai, Bowen, Solanke, Watkins. If you're benching one, maybe Ndai. Hello and Era. Hello Danny. How are you? How's this for a free hit, Era? Raya, Virgil, Gabriel, Porro, Salah, Bruno, Ndai. Dewsbury Hall wouldn't double up on Everton first off. Solanke, Watkins, Bowen. Subs are Hermanson, Alderete, Heaven, Rio. Raya, Virgil, Gabriel, Porro, 100% all good there. Bruno, Ndai, Dewsbury Hall, Solanke. You're having three lads in the West Ham Everton game, Ndai, Dewsbury Hall, Bowen, so I wouldn't go with that. Solanke, Watkins is all fine there. Bruno, Salah of course is fine. Ndai, Dewsbury Hall, no. Ndai and Bowen is fine. Wouldn't have a third one there, definitely not. Maybe look towards somebody else in that in those midfielder roles. Right, all good on that. This is my current team selection on the free hit. Would you do anything and would you change anything? Looks good there. Looks good. Henry, good stuff. Go for it there. So 0 in the bank. All good. So grand. Back to here. FPL, I won't bring in Salah this game because I need your advice on who to get instead. I'll use the free hit. The options are Gibbs, White, Rogers, Garner or Cunha. What do you think? It's the best choice for this game, Mick. Still think it's Salah. Of those, it's White if you don't. Right, all good on that. Antonio, Linda, Raya, Gabriel, Virgil, Mavropanos, Salah, Gibbs, White, Xavi, Bruno, Bowen, Solanke, Watkins. What we thinking, lads and ladies? Free hit active. Looks good there. All good on that. FPL, any changes you'd make to this wildcard draft? Raya, Mukaleta, Tarkowski, Gabriel, Fernandez, Ndai, Anderson, Soboslai, Lafie, Watkins, Bowen. Triple Arsenal defence if you're on wildcard. Is that the route you should be going for? Is that the route? Villa. Villa probably has he Watkins at least, yeah. Anderson, Soboslai, Lafie. How much in the bank, Shane? How much in the bank? Rogers or Cunha? Cunha if you have Watkins already. Start Woodman or Hermanson this week. Woodman in the hope he starts, yeah. How should we free hit this week? Any changes? FPL. Raya, Gabriel, Porro, Virgil, Dewsbury Hall, Salah, Bruno, Gibbs, White, Thiago, Watkins, Bowen. Looks good. All good there, man. Help please, should I change anything? Raya, Gabriel, Porro, Virgil, Salah, Wilson, Bruno, Xavi, Ndai, Bowen, Watkins. Looks good. Third Liverpool over Wilson. Third Liverpool over Wilson. Any suggestions? Raya, Virgil, Gabriel, Porro, Salah, Eze, Fernandez, Dewsbury Hall, Bowen, Watkins, Solanke, Simmons over KDH. Right, all good there. That's everyone got back to there for now. Evening champ, you good? Gakpo or Rice for 1 week? Gakpo, I think. I think it's going to be Gakpo I end up on. It's whether or not it's going to be Gakpo or Szoboszlai. Let's see. Liam Campbell, hi mate, not sure what to do. I've no free hit or wildcard, but have 5 free transfers. Who do you think are the best players to transfer in? Already have Gabriel, Van Dijk, Mukiele, Bruno, Mbuemo, Szoboszlai, Haaland, Thiago. So Gabriel, Van Dijk, Mukiele, Bruno, Mbuemo, Szoboszlai. So you have six players for this week. Do you have a goalkeeper playing this week? Could be 7. You might only need to make 3 free transfers to get to 10. 10 is enough this week if you're not using your free hit. 10 players is enough this week, so maybe you can get to that, Liam. Let me know on that, or how you're fixed for that week, or for this week. But if you can get to 9, 10, obviously 11 is great. But if you're only using free transfers, 10 is enough. 10 is fine this week. Right, I just see we hit 40 likes also. Time for another pack opening then as well. Keep the questions coming. Just double checking that it is 6:30, but I know it is 6:30 for the lock in, because I know, yeah, all good there. I need to sort out the team fully, and that my free hit isn't even active on the website, so I'm gonna have to activate that. But right, here's pack number 2. What are we on? 42 likes, 54 watching us, which is great as always. If you are watching this and you haven't clicked subscribe, head on down there, please. Click subscribe on the channel. We're on the road to 10k subs now after 9k, so that's all good there. I wonder, is Gakpo risk of not starting Jack? Yeah, that's why I might go Szoboszlai. Anyway, right, pack number 2. Would definitely take him if he wasn't ill. Yeah, pack number 2. Let's get this open quick. We still have a limited edition pack to open then as well. Maybe we'll open that one next when we hit 60 likes. But here we go, pack number 2. Keep the questions coming in when I'm doing this. This gives me a bit of a breather and lets you to keep coming with the questions. Right, all good on that. No clue who that is. Villa, Donald Mallon, who's no longer with them. Manchester United, who's this going to be? Can I see them? Oh, it's a woman. Jess Park, no clue. She's as good as Ji Sung. Is that Livramento? It is. He could be out of the World Cup. Did I see that during the week? Is this Simmons? No, it's Richarlison. That means he might start this week. Who knows? Next up then, Juventus. Don't know who that is. Crystal Palace. Is that Daniel Munoz? It is. Daniel Munoz. Next up there, another United player. Elizabeth Thurland. Woman of the match. Only know Terry Land in goal. I don't know Thurland. Is that another? That's Declan Rice. That's a good card. Bill the Baller. Should I be going for him on free hit? That's a good card. That's probably the card of the stream so far. Who's that? Is that Barcola? It is Bradley Barcola. Nice one. 2 more to go. Stuttgart. Maximilian Mittelstadt. Is that the defender, or where does he play? And last off then, is that Inaki Williams? It is. Pitch perfect Inaki Williams. Right, pack number 2 out of the way. There's me breather done. I'm feeling the heat in this retro jumper, but sure, look, what have we? 38 minutes to go to lock in the rest of our team. We're in the business end of the stream now anyway. Paul Beats, is this the free hit squad locked in? Definitely not locked in, no. Still a few more changes to do, so stay tuned for that, Paul. But send in your team on Twitter and we'll help you on that. Just hit 9,050. That's great to see. Thank you for that. Right, let's keep it going on the stream. What are we saying here? Ndye or Dewsbury Hall? Ndye because of penalties. Ndye because of penalties, yeah. Bones or Watkins for the rest of the game, he says. Ekitike replacement. Bone because West Ham have something to play for. Villa still do as well. But West Ham are in a relegation playoff. Or not playoff, but battle. I just wonder, is Gakpo risk of not starting? Yeah, if I do, right, let me just mess around with this. If I go Gakpo to Szoboszlai, Szoboszlai has been terrible for me in FPL. I have 0.4 in the bank there, but I'm not sure if I want Ndye. Who's going to be my 5th midfielder over Ndye? 6'6". 6'6" for a midfielder. Let's go 7. Who's our options? Casemiro. Not great options, is there? And that's whether or not do we use the money for Solanke instead and go triple Spurs. Is that taking the piss though? 7.2. No, I don't have enough for that. And yeah, grand, right. Ignore that. Okay, interesting. It's whether or not we go Gakpo or Szoboszlai. Is what we need to do or decide on. Woodman Gabriel. I sent my team on Twitter, Blaine. Right, let's get to you quickly on Twitter here. What are we saying on Twitter? Wilson, Nate, Harry Wilson. Nothing wrong with Wilson. I just don't think he's got a potential of a haul. Blaine, Ruffs, over Ruffs. Gabriel, Poro, Nico Williams, Gibbs White, Cunha, Gakpo, Fernandez, Wilson, Watkins, Solanke. Double Spurs is fine. Your midfield, Bruno, Gakpo, Cunha, Gibbs White, Wilson is alright. I'm not sure on Wilson or Cunha this week, so maybe you go. Oh, no Salah. Get Salah into the team, Blaine. What are you doing? If you've no Salah, you need Salah. Get Salah into the team there. Get him into the team. Right, all good on that one. Grand. Right, cool. All good there. Nice one. Okay. Right, yeah. If you don't have Salah, get Salah into your team. What's the sudden general backing towards Liverpool midfielders? Just so Palace focus on Europe. That's why. Who do you reckon I bring in instead of KDH? 6.2 million budget. Can you downgrade someone to heaven and get Simmons for 6.5? Patrick, maybe go with that. Mr. Era, Mbeumo or Sesko? Mbeumo. Don't know if Sesko starts. Free hit this, and there's better options up front than Sesko. Free hit this week. 0.0 left in the bank. Haven't confirmed transfers yet, but your thoughts. Raya, 3.8. Gabriel, Poro, Virgil, backline, all good there. Salah, Gakpo, Xavi, Bruno Fernandes, and Dye, Bowen and Watkins. That's a strong team, yeah. All good with that. It's just whether or not you go Gakpo or Szoboszlai. All good on that. Need some help, Rice, Szoboszlai or Xavi. Already have Solanke. Maybe Szoboszlai. Lafie or Dewsbury Hall. 5 blank players. Who should I sell from Haaland, O'Reilly, JP and Senesi? JP to Bowen or Solanke if you want to take a punt. Would you take him if he was nailed? I would take him if Gakpo was nailed. Yes. Does he start because he set up Salah's goal? Or is he going to start Rio? Maybe. Yeah, I need to decide on that. Sorry for the silence there. Blaine, yeah, I think it's too differential. You need Salah. What do you reckon? Who do you reckon I bring in instead of KDH? Downgrade someone to heaven even, and get Simmons in that. Join me on Gakpo. Don't do Szoboszlai. Have some fun. Either Gakpo or Verts. I don't mind Gakpo. Double. There's a lad 200 overall. He's going double West Ham defense. Wow, that's crazy. Sure, look, he's at that. Rank by taking risks, but that is crazy. Double West Ham defense. I think Everton do get one. Right, 3 minutes to go until 6. What else are we saying here? Paul went with Somerville over in Dye, and I've gone Thiago over Bowen. That's all fine there. Owen Meehan. Owen, hope we're keeping well, man. 5 players blanket are injured and I need to start 2 of them. So which 2 would you sell and to who? Gordon has to go first off. Gordon, Haaland, keep Haaland. João Pedro, you can just keep João Pedro. Gahey, Senesi. Person thinking JP and Gordon. Suppose you can get JP to Bowen. That's fine there. Gordon to Simmons then. Get that going on is what I'll be going for there. Yeah, good man, you're having a great season. Good stuff. You were top of the YouTube league. I think you've been dropped down now a bit in the last couple of weeks, but I'll be rooting for you to try and get first in that league to give you a jersey. Paul Beats. Raya, Gabriel, Virgil, Porro, Bruno Fernandes, Salah, Gakpo, Xavi, Somerville, Thiago, and Watkins. Fair enough, we're going Thiago. I'm happy to take the risk, not going Thiago. That's all. Simmons or Morgan Gibbs White. Simmons, all good there. Abdullah, what do you think of playing 4 defenders to get Virgil instead of Gibbs White? Gibbs White over Mav. Grand, all good there. What's your team at the moment? Can't tune into the stream. Still locking in. Grand, 90% locked in on this. Any suggestions for Mikalenko or Dango? Can downgrade Mane to Guy and just have enough for Raya. Kelleher, Mikalenko, free hit active, and he's going Kelleher. Can't have Kelleher on a free hit. Is he captain and Bruno? No. Kelleher, Mikalenko, Gabriel, Porro, Xavi, Dango. No, you can't have Dango. Verts, Salah, Isaac. Wouldn't go Isaac. He'll be subbed early. It's just whether I go Szoboszlai or Gakpo now. Right, Paul. Sorry, did we get back to Paul there? Yeah, his team is solid there. Gakpo, it's whether or not it's going to be Gakpo or Szoboszlai in my own team there. We need to lock that in. Owen, perfect. Thanks, Niall. Yeah, not being able to wildcard into bench boost and double gaming was very bad for me. Only managed about 110 points. That's class. So without you must have played the bench boost to get that, but that's still class. 20 something points dropped. That's alright. You can make that back. Marco, thinking of going Eze over Rice and Gakpo over Szoboszlai. Nothing wrong with Gakpo over Szoboszlai. Eze over Rice is probably a small bit risky. If Eze starts, you're laughing. If he doesn't start, could be a late cameo from him, which mightn't be ideal. Cameron, hope you're good, man. Had to take a -4 this week with Richarlison, Palmer, and Tavernier, Tabone, Rogers, Xavi, Simmons. What do you think? Hope you're good. Had to take a -4 this week with Richarlison, Palmer, and Tavernier, Tabone, Rogers, Xavi, Simmons. -4. It's technically a -2. Get it done. All good there. All good on that. Right, 30 minutes to go. 30 minutes to go. Why are people going 4 or 5 at the back? Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Right. Do we just go Szoboszlai for the Bourne pick? Maybe. Yeah, Saka back with the Arsenal squad. Is he going to start him? Right, all good there. 1 minute past 6. 29 minutes to go. Woodman starting, he should do. At least you'll have a bit of cover with Woodman. Or sorry, have another goalkeeper anyway. But Woodman should be starting. 70 people in the chat, great to see that. Keep the likes coming on the stream. If you are watching and you haven't clicked subscribe, do please consider heading on down, clicking subscribe on the channel. We've just lost one there, but that's alright. Get the numbers up again there if you wouldn't mind. Right, what is going on here? Do I change to triple Spurs? It's either in die. Yeah, just looking there. Do I go triple Spurs, or is that an absolute piss take? Raya's going to play anyway, so let me just sort this for a sec. If I went Gakpo, oh, will you stop with this website? Gakpo, maybe do I keep it safe with I'm gonna keep I'm gonna keep Mukalele. Heaven 3.7. Yeah. Well, do we? Goalkeepers 4 million or less. 3 point. Can't get. Have we a 3.8 goalkeeper? Surely we have a 3.8. 3.9. Heaton. Heaton gets us to 4.4. And then can we get a midfielder for 4.4? We should be able to. Yeah, we can, right? King for Fulham. Reed. Okay, Dowman. Right, interesting. That's another route we can go. If I do go triple Spurs. Do I go triple Spurs? Triple Spurs, triple United, triple Liverpool, triple Arsenal. 3-4-3, that's another route either if I wanted to do that. Szoboszlai over Gakpo, maybe as well. Szoboszlai over Gakpo. I was favouring the 3-5-2, but get an FPL meetup going, Scan. I'm thirsty. Don't worry, Higgins will be announcing that at the weekend. Should be announcing that at the weekend. But yeah, 9th of May. As a Spurs fan, triple scares me. Maybe I'm too relaxed about it. Surely they get something. They have to get something. Do I go Szoboszlai or Gakpo? Is that too punty then? Is that too punty? If you had to choose one, Xavi or Solanke, Xavi, only because I had him in all along. Xavi. Szoboszlai and Die. Szoboszlai. That's why I couldn't do it. Fair enough. Right, just messing around the phone here then as well. How many points last week? 134. We did well last week now. We did well last week. Do we go triple Spurs? Do we go with triple Spurs? Marcus, Raya, Gabriel, Virgil, Porro, Bruno, Salah, Xavi, Gibbs, White, Szoboszlai, Bowen, Watkins. Or instead of Xavi, Watkins, go for Rodgers, Solanke. Xavi, Watkins, yeah. Xavi, Watkins I'll be going for there. Right. I think maybe I do. Not sure who to add Simmons and Gakpo in for stressful free hit ever. Yeah, could be even more stressful, Mo, because I could be going triple Spurs. Is this a better one than the other one? Raya, Virgil, Pedro Porro, Gabriel. Right, defense first off is all good. Fernandez, Rodgers, Dewsbury Hall, Salah, Cunha, Watkins, Solanke. What's in the bank? What and who should I add Simmons, Gakpo in for? Rodgers, KDH out. Gakpo will get more than Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai with those comments, Higgins, but it's just whether or not Gakpo will start. There's a slight chance Rio starts. Szoboszlai is probably the safer pick. Some predicted lineups. Not yeah. I'm just looking through Twitter now. Alright, to see those. Is right. $23 to go. Why not Morgan Gibbs White instead of Gakpo? Just because I want to have triple Liverpool. Do I want triple Spurs? Maybe not. Do I want triple Spurs? 3 Liverpool, 3 Spurs. You got Stones, mate. Yeah, I do. Gibbs White, down on his bowl, only a sub though. Yeah, he's only a sub for the price of him. Probably gonna. I'm chopping and changing between Szoboszlai and Gakpo here. I could really regret not going. Raya, Gabriel, Virgil, Porro in defence is all good. I'm happy with that. Right, I'm happy all good with that. Then this is where it goes to shite then. Salah, Bruno, all good. Then it's the front five. It's whether I go triple. Right, first off, I'm going to activate my free hit. That's probably sensible, isn't it? Activate the free hit first. And we'll make transfers here. Free hit active, all good. Right, confirm and play the free hit. Right. So we're going to sub in the team. I'm going to use my brain first off, because if I do this very late, then I have to sort my team out. So I'm just going to take a minute to sort out the rest of the team. Bruno comes in for Dauman. Ukulele first sub. My man Ukulele has to make the bench boost. Not the bench boost, sorry. Bruno captain, not Salah. That'd be great if I didn't captain Bruno. Right, all good there. 3-4-3 for now. And then I can go back to this and sort out the rest then. Right, at least the free hit's active. I have the team sorted out before the panic starts. Right, let me just sort out the Patreon here. D McDonald, hope you're keeping well, man. Give us 1 minute, I will get back to you. Hold on now. What are we in the chat here? 83 in the chat. Please, if you are watching and you're not subscribed, head on down there, click subscribe on the channel. We're on the road to 10k subs. Head on down there, click subscribe if you haven't done so already. Your support is greatly appreciated there. Right, let me send in this. Where is my chat gone? Not locked. 3-4-3 at the moment. Could be 3-5-2 yet. Solanke versus fifth mid. Right. Okay. Would you consider Isak if you want 3 Liverpool? Solanke is in dog shite form. He is. Show us a jumper, Higgins, first off. There's a jumper there. United crest on the side there, which is cool as well now, to be fair. Definitely worth 80 quid. I know it's a bit much for a jumper, but the fit of it then as well is lovely. And yeah, shout out to Lifestyle Sports. It's not even sponsored at all, but I ordered it at 7:30 yesterday evening, and it arrived at the house in Galway here at 9 AM this morning. So crazy deliveries. That's class. Right, 100 people watching us. Panic now for the last 20 minutes or so. Rodgers or Szoboszlai? Szoboszlai if you have Watkins. I got Raya, Gabriel, Van Dijk, Porro, Bruno. Alistair McGee, hopefully another big scoring week. Did you consider Gibbs White? Yes and no. Higgins, cracking jumper, definitely is. Good to do XXL. Only large this time. I was considering XL, but I got large. No. We're not on the Asian sizes like you to be getting. Yeah, no, it's a lovely jumper. Alistair, back to Alistair there. Did they consider Gibbs White at all? Yes and no. I think the midfield is enough there without him. Salah, Szoboszlai, Bruno, Xavi. It's just the triple Spurs. Am I silly going triple Spurs in the form they're in? They have to do something. D McDonald, back to you, man. Sorry, I got sidetracked there. Thoughts on the team above? Where are you gone? Yes, sir. I hope you're well. Free hit draft. Ruffs, Mukulele. Get double Arsenal defence in. Raya and Virgil in defence. Rodgers, Salah, Cunha, Bruno Fernandes, Watkins, Bone. I'd go Szoboszlai over Rodgers there, and you're good to go. Fair enough on the Cunha pick. That's fine. Double Arsenal defence and Szoboszlai over Rodgers. Wouldn't double up on the Villa lads, but I suppose if Villa have to score, if Watkins has to get something, surely Rodgers is going to be involved there. So fair enough. Any other keeper suggestions over Raya, Hermansen if you want. Wouldn't go Lamans. Who else could we go with as a keeper? Punt. No one else really. Woodman maybe. Riffs if you didn't want Raya. Fair enough on that. Okay, grand. Right, back to this then. What do you think of Wilson? I love Wilson all season. I just don't think so this week. Watkins plus Dewsbury Hall or Gibbs White plus Ndai. Gibbs White. Watkins and Dewsbury Hall. Devaugh Thompson, free hit active, Raya, Poro, Gabriel, Virgil, Bruno, Cunha, Wilson, Salah, Watkins, Bowen, Solanke, bench, Mavropanos, Mukilela, Dowman. Free hit active, Raya, Poro, Gabriel is fine, Virgil there, Bruno, Cunha, Wilson, Salah, Watkins, Bowen, Solanke. Someone else over Wilson there, Szoboszlai over Wilson there if you can. That's what I'd be going for. Go with that. All good there. Sound. Grand. 15 minutes to go. 15 minutes to go. Do you have full faith in Xavi? Bowen. Watkins. Don't know whether to go for him or Shrewsbury Hall. I feel the Newcastle game is a good fixture to them. No minutes are a risk, but as a pun, hopefully it pays off. Right, Shane. Where are you gone, Shane? Will you send here for a proper look? Other chat is mad. Right, let's get back to the stream here. Owen, hi Niall, to replace Gordon, would you take Xavi, KDH or Szoboszlai? Szoboszlai is a safer pick for the rest of the season. I like Simmons for this week, but considering you want a long term one, Owen, maybe go with Szoboszlai there. Right, back to the Patreon here. Can't do both moves, only 0.3. You have Heaven, Graham, Mavropanos, Hermansen. Oh my god, can't even spell Hermansen to Heaton. Saves money then. Right, all good there. Or sorry, no. You have Heaven. Let's try to save money there. Mavropanos, Virgil, Rogers, Dewsbury Hall. What's in the bank? Only Rogers, can't do both moves. KD, you're free. It is active though, Mo. Rogers to Sob, and what's left? Right, all good there. Wilson or Thiago for insurance, but I don't think either of those return this week. Mike took a -4. Had to bring in Raya, Poro, and Bowen in for Sanchez, Ekatike. 10k still at the moment. Good man, Mike. Took a -4. All good there. You're fine. So brought Raya, Poro, and Bowen in for Sanchez, Ekatike, Timber. Fair. All good there. You're good to go. What do I think of Wilson? Leave it off this week on a free hit. Don't think so. Punt on A is there, or is Ndai safer? Ndai is definitely the safer pick. Yeah. If you haven't hit your free hit, hit it. Is right. Yeah, if you're choosing between two players in the one team, don't do one from either. Just take one side. If you're on about having Ndai and Mavropanos, pick one or the other. You can't have Ndai in your team hoping he scores and then you're giving out that Mavropanos doesn't keep a clean sheet. Yeah, don't be doing that. Someone just asked me on that. Thoughts on Rogers? If you have Watkins, I'd leave it off, to be honest with you. I've only got 3.3 in the bank. Can't do both moves, Mo. What are we saying? How much for a replacement once Sob is in? I'd leave off Cunha. I'd take out Cunha there, Mo. Khalid, what to do short in 0.8 million? Jesus, right, he can't get that team. So Gabriel, Virgil, Poro, Uke to 3.8. Grand. Shane, what are we saying? Thanks, Niall. That's what I have at the moment. Be hard to make a wild card because I've no templates to be looking at. Everyone has free hit. Raya, Gabriel, double Arsenal, triple City. Maybe throw in Richards in case Palace get the. Right, double Arsenal, triple City. If you were building a wild card this week, Villa's fixtures are good. Villa's fixtures are decent. Maybe Rodgers too for long term. Grand. Here in Roofs, in Dye and Rodgers, or Raya, Rodgers and Dewsbury Hall. Raya. Double up on Arsenal fence, of course. Also, is Ronaldo okay because of Ukulele? Don't have enough money. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not starting Ukulele. That's all good there. Grand. Right, back to this. 11 minutes to go until the deadline. 11 minutes to go. 91 watching. 66 likes on stream. Appreciate that. Let's get this open ASAP. ASAP. Limited edition pack on the tops one, and we'll get back to the stream then. Keep the questions coming in. I have 11 minutes to lock in my free hit team. Shouldn't be opening packs, but sure, look, we've hit our like count. We're one sub off hitting 9,050, so hit subscribe there while I'm at this, please, and thank you. Chiellini, we'll do this quick. Chiellini, very good. Who's up next? Is that Malin? It is, yeah. Okay, Malin again. We've packed Malin again. Is that Yamal? Rashford, limited edition Rashford, very good. And last off then, Vinicius Jr. Right, short and sweet pack, just because there's 10 minutes to go to the deadline. Can't be messing around now. Let's get back to the chat. Alderete here, Juve, Alderete here. Right, we did that one. Right, Michael, sent on Discord, apologies. Right, we're flat out here. What are we saying, Michael? Where is the Discord gone? Hopefully set now. Raya, Gabriel, Virgil, Poro, Wilson, Gakpo, Bruno, Sob, Prob, Safer. Nothing wrong with Gakpo though. Grand. Day 63 of asking for Van Heck. Go on, Paul. Van Heck for the armband. What a return last week. Just narrowly missed out on beating Erling Haaland for the armband last week. If you see my reels on Instagram or Twitter, TikTok, all over, that's Paul's work in the chat there then as well. Head over to his YouTube, give him a click subscribe on his channel, or give him a follow on Instagram. He uses Instagram more. Right, 9 minutes to go until the deadline. Time to start panicking. Bruno captain Michael. Yes, Bruno captain indeed. Or get rid of Semenyo. Yeah, just struggling to get money for Rodgers with such expensive bench not playing. Could do Rodgers and Rio for Xavi and Garner, being 11 players then for this week, or get rid of Semenyo. Maybe rid of Semenyo and get, oh my god, can't type, and get Shirky after then for funds. Right, all good there. Please rate my team. Ruffs, Alderete, double Arsenal fence. Leave off the Sunderland lads. Virgil, Salah, Sobosai, Bruno, Xavi, Watkins, Solanke, Bowen. All good there. Rodgers to Gakpo, Cunha to Xavi. How much for KDH replacement then? Right, J, 0.6 short for Solanke. What change do I make? Gabriel, Virgil, Xavi, Gakpo. You can't afford him. You can't afford him. 0.6. Juve, no, you won't be able to get that. Gakpo to Sob. Gakpo to Sob. What else was it? Juve to 3.8. Juve to 3.8 only gets 5. Right. Eze or Gakpo? Gakpo, but Szoboszlai is probably the most nailed from those. Right, let's see what we're doing here. Do I make a last minute change? Shout out Pierce Doherty if he was watching this. Pierce, I know we've the same team, but there's 9 points in it in this big money league, and I have got triple captaincy still to come. Do I go Gakpo over Szoboszlai? I'm happy enough with the 3-4-3, to be honest with you now. I know I was bigging up the 3-5-2. Or just do it. Do I go Gakpo? Seven minutes to decide. I've enough for Gakpo. I do anyway. 7-5. This is what's going to come down to now. Szoboszlai is cheaper and his minutes are going to be guaranteed, but Gakpo, I think because I've made the transfer, maybe maybe I'll keep him. Not much help. It's a tough week for the wild card. Right, managed to get Raya in. Any other suggestion for Dango? 5.9 or under. Mav are too cheap and you can get Wilson. Don't fancy Isaac. Right, 5 minutes to go. I need to get this sorted. Poro or Watkins, 100 people now watching us. Era Boo, Game with Ponzo, appreciate that. 100 people watching us. If you are watching and you haven't clicked subscribe, please go down there, click subscribe on the channel. We're one sub off hitting 9,050. That'd be great if we could hit that. We're nearly going 2 hours as well. Roofs and Diane Rogers, Raya Rogers, get Arsenal defenders in there. Arsenal defenders, yeah, get that done. FPL, Zach Knight, Gabriel Canate, Virgil in the fence. Yeah, you can't get it. Right, back to that. Help on the free hit: Raya, Gabriel, Van Dijk, Poro, Bruno, Salah, Xavi, Gibbs White, and Bowen, Solanke. Solid free hit there, all good on that. Gibbs White or Rice maybe for your def cons and your assists potential. Four minutes to go. 4 minutes to go. Sesko, no chance of Sesko, no chance. Am I leaving a 3-4-3? Maybe I am. Poro to Van de Ven and Wilson to Rogers. Thoughts? Keep Poro. No, Poro. Keep Poro there. Triple Arsenal defence: Raya, Gabriel and Saliba. Why not? If I'm on the double already, if you want that for a nice punt. Sob over Gakpo. Actually, you can then. Right. Josh is typing. Can't afford. Downgrade. Nuke. Right. Am I all good here? Yeah. Think I'm leaving this as is. Right, keep the Patreon lads and ladies happy. Help on the free hit, Graham, do that. Gibbs White or Rice maybe for the long term. Any at Gibbs? No, I'm not seeing too much. I've no bench cover or chips. 0 in the bank. What do I do? Starting Ruffs, Timber, Gabriel, Thiaw, Van Dijk. What are you saying here? Kill check. Too much going on here, man. 2 minutes ago, I'm sorry. Send us again a bit more clearly if you can. No bench cover. What do I do? If you know bench cover, it's fine. Ruff's Timber injured. Timber to Poro maybe. That should get you some there then. If you want to take out Palmer, maybe you can and get to Salah maybe. Maybe you could do that. Let us know. 2 minutes left. Yeah, we're starting to panic here now. I won't lie. I can't afford to have Solanke. Do it if you do what I said. Get Solanke. Is Sabasai risk of playing? Nah. Grand. 2 minutes to go. Dango to Casemiro. Nothing wrong with it. This is fine. So grand. 1 minute to go. Jesus. Right. Bruno Fernandes captain. Ukulele. I think we're good with that. Triple Spurs. How do they end up in triple Spurs? How? Make sure your free hit is active as well, by the way. How have I ended up on triple Spurs? I don't know. But I was considering it even before. Before you do go, get the likes going on stream. Click subscribe if you haven't done so already. This is going to be another panic station here. Gabriel, Virgil, Pedro Porro, Xavi, Solanke, Bowen, Watkins. I better watch this Spurs game. That should be it then. All good. Right, that's everyone sorted back to there. Bruno Fernandes captain, Salah vice captain, Szoboszlai over Wilson. Szoboszlai will get 90 anyway. He was practicing free kicks during the week. And that's going to be us sorted there. 3-4-3. Yeah, 3-4-3. Come on Spurs, I know. Triple Spurs, Jesus Christ. Didn't think I'd end up on that at all, but sure, look, that's where we've ended on stream here. Few differential picks surely we have. Similar team of Morgan Gibbs White instead of Solanke. I did have free hit active. I'm just looking at the screen here. I did. Triple Spurs. That's how we've landed. I'm going all guns blazing for Spurs. Never thought I'd see the day, Alex. I know. Let's see where we end up anyway. Right. Are we leaving it at that? I have to head to a 30th birthday party now in town. I need to get some food into me. That's another stream. Stressful stream towards the end. We swapped to a 3-4-3. Let's see how we go. All on Spurs tomorrow, whether or not we get a green hour this week. Surely they get something in that Wolves game. Surely. Right, before you do go, how are we on the likes total? Are we anywhere close to 80 likes to open another pack? Let's have a quick look before we do drop off. And before you do, rest of you do drop off, we've 85 still watching us. Head on down there, please. Click subscribe on the channel. 75 likes. We're just off the 80 likes, but that's okay. We can keep our packs for the next stream. Right, we can breathe a bit, I suppose. Any other questions on stream there? Going to the Galway United game now. Good man. Hope we get 3 points tonight. Enjoy the weekend, Saw Doctor. Appreciate that. Similar team, Gibbs White instead of Solanke. Fair. I think Solanke is going to be on penalties. Simmons to Solanke. We'll take that. Going to Galway United game now. Saw Doctor. Enjoy. Good man. Stay safe there. 2 from Szoboszlai, Rogers and Watkins. Would have said Szoboszlai and Watkins there. Same as my team anyway. So all good. Right. We're going to leave it there. Drop a like on the stream before you do pop off. Click subscribe if you haven't done so already. Triple Spurs tomorrow. I'm going to be in the Barbers for 3 o'clock, so maybe it's better off I'm not watching that game. But I'll watch the second half in town somewhere then as well. Don't know how I ended up on Triple Spurs. Just, I didn't like Ndai, so that's why I went towards Solanke then as well. And if they get a penalty, he should be taken. He got 90 last minute. He got 90 minutes last week, so surely he does the same this week. Right, we're going to leave it there. So, thanks for watching. Best of luck for the week. I'm going to be in Wembley on Tuesday. Before I do actually drop off, a bit of news for you then as well. I'm going to be filming with some England players in Wembley next week, so that's going to be cool. Christ, remembered at 6:20 p.m. Panic. Good man, you got your 10 minutes to sort it out. That's all good. Yeah, I'm filming in Wembley next week. Hopefully I can get some content with some Premier League players for the FPL page. We'll see how we get on. It's with my own job that I do work in. I can probably sneak in some FPL videos if I have time. So let's see. Right. Thanks for watching. Best of luck for the week. Come on, triple Spurs. Why did I end up on that? Let's see how it does fare out. I was always going double anyhow. Just because I didn't fancy and die, I went Solanke then instead. So let's see how we do end up on that. Hambreed. Right, that's another one for this week. 5 game weeks to go. This is a massive week in terms of top 10k, and it's all on Spurs. Anyway, right, this game, what's it do to us? Right, thanks for watching. Best of luck for the week. Green arrows all around. We'll see you in the next video. Erabu.